Hey everyone, I decided to go live today to give everybody some updates on the 2024 Arizona State of the Market Commercial Real Estate Conference that was held just this past Wednesday at the Scottsdale Resort and Spa. So I just wanted to hop on really quick and throw out some really amazing information about the conference. First and foremost, I just wanted to thank everyone who came out to the event. This was an incredible collaboration. Rent TV is really well known for their California conferences, and my relationship with this CEO, Stephen Bloom, he reached out to him maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I told him, come out, for the Arizona market. There's a lot of conferences here. We've got a lot going on, rightfully so, because let me tell you something. In a couple months, we just started pushing out this conference, and so many people showed up. So first and foremost, besides thanking Steve for this incredible event and everyone at Scottsdale Resort and Spa for making it happen, I truly wanted to thank all of the panelists and the speakers who came out to offer and provided such valuable information on the commercial real estate market here. From the multifamily, the retail, office, industrial, and even got a really great insight look to the finance panel and the interest rates everybody's talking about, and of course the projections and what we can expect in 2025. And what I loved about this conference is, first of all, it was a full room, and I mean full room. So before we get started, I want to make sure that I share some information with you. If you are unfamiliar of Rent TV and maybe not in California or have not been to their conferences, be sure to check out right here their LinkedIn page and connect with them, renttv.com. And the real estate platform, it is a media company. They provide, the platform itself provides an opportunity to release press releases, just like Ruby Red Media, where we are thankful that we were the local media partner here and able to share a lot of the same information. So again, if you are not following Rent TV and you want to learn more about their platform and all the amazing things that they're doing, go check out their LinkedIn. You can click right here and go follow them. And if you are local to the Arizona market, and if you do not know me, I am the CEO and president of Ruby Red Media, and we are a local marketing and PR agency. But most of all, I do a lot of coverage for the commercial real estate industry, either through my clients, or I write a lot of stories here in the Valley and work with a lot of the other media companies here as well. I'm going to be posting so many incredible photos and videos that not only did the photographer take, but I was walking around with my selfie stick. I'm sure you guys all noticed. And if you are looking for photos or some of your videos or highlights, make sure you click right here, Ruby Red Media. This is also my LinkedIn profile for Ruby Red Media. Go ahead and click there and find it and follow. And if you guys have some photos or videos, be sure to use the hashtag Ruby Red Media, use the hashtag RentTVAZ, and I'll be searching for some other fun photos that we'll be including into our video and, photo highlights that we'll be putting out there on social media. Now, for those of you who do not know, a year ago, around this time, a year ago, I was bedridden. I was literally in a cast from breaking my tibia and my fibula and dislocating my ankle. So I feel really blessed to even share the fact that I was part of this event, because it was just earlier this year that I started walking again. So if anyone started seeing me limp around at the end of the show, now you know why, because it was just a little hard on that for a very long conference, but I wouldn't have traded it because I really got to talk to so many of you. And I just want to do, throw out a couple more shout outs. Thank you to Galia Smith Photography. She was the photographer on site, and she did an incredible job. Y'all, I have these photos and they are amazing. Some of you are just rock stars already here in the Valley, but now you even look like rock stars up in the mic and speaking. And there was so much networking going on in between the panels. And what I loved about it, it was a very, very comfortable room in terms of how the tables were set up. So after every panel, we were able to kind of break out and do a little bit of networking until the next panel come on. And just watching that camaraderie and the synergy in the room and taking the photos and even looking at the photos after the event, I can remember passing by and hearing some of those conversations. And it was just really great to see a lot of the people here in the Valley getting connected. And that was really amazing. So the second thing I want to do is really quick is just throw a big shout out here. Take a look at our sponsors, Rockefeller Group, Arizona Escrow, DIV Industrial Lightbox, Walker and Dunlop, and Premier Workspaces. And of course, yours truly, Ruby Red Media, Shop Off Realty Investments. So Katra Capital, sorry, I can't see. Tower Capital, Wesley Capital, brokerage firm, MHG, and even more here. We've got LinkedIn, Create Advisors, Matthews Real Estate, who came in by the bunches. They literally looked like they got off of out of a black van. The way they walked in the door, it was like, just this camaraderie of guys. So holla, you guys did good. Cushman and Wakefield, Arizona Bank and Trust, and JLL. So I just wanted to make sure that we definitely gave a shout out to the sponsors, because as you know, and as I'm sure many of you who have been attending these commercial real estate events, any small panels or workshops or conferences, they take a lot of time and development to go over everything, and the planning, the logistics, the audio, the the technology, everything that goes into these events. So we really just appreciate everyone for being patient, and we definitely, have some things to learn, just like any new conference does. But I can guarantee that all of the content, all of the information was so well worth it. And we had some really great sponsors who had the tables there too. And I definitely, make sure that you reach out to anyone that you traded business cards with, because even though we have this conference and now that you have the information, this is where we take it even further. As a marketing agency or just as a media professional, what we do to build a platform for anyone. And I've been hosting events many, many years. I've had business mix and mingles for many years prior to COVID. So I understand what it takes to host events. But what I always tell people after the event, if there's someone that you saw on the panels or you heard on the panels and you didn't have a chance to reach out to them while we were there at the event, make sure that you take the time to look them up on LinkedIn and reach out to them and let them know about their, presentation. I will have to say, thank you to the people who reached out to me on LinkedIn yesterday, and even later on Wednesday, to say, thank you, and to acknowledge, me running around doing all the things that I was doing. I really appreciate that. Again, because a year ago, I was on crutches and I was rolling around in my office chair. So from rolling around in my office chair from last year to this year, amazing. And I feel really blessed to be a part of that. So much gratitude goes into being able to do the things that I love, and covering events and telling people stories is one of them. So if you have any questions for me regarding any of the photos or the videos, you definitely can reach out to me on LinkedIn here, or on, X, because I'm streaming on X and YouTube for that matter. I'm on all three today at the same time. So if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Over the next few days, we're definitely going to go through the photos. You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, here, LinkedIn, on not just my personal and professional platforms, but on Ruby Red Media, and of course the Women in Cree. Got to throw that out there. And speaking of the Women in Cree, I do want to give just a woman shout out to Marty Weinstein. She was the only female panelist that was on the retail panel, and if there was one person that I was approached with, or how the panels went, Marty had probably the biggest shout out in terms of really sharing the information. We as speakers know our business, but the way that we deliver our messages and the way that we can communicate to an audience so they understand our business that we know so well. But when you break it down into ways that people can understand, and I really appreciated a lot of the questions, the afterthought questions that were after the panels, because it really gave people an idea of what maybe they were thinking during these speaking panels. So just a big shout out to Marty. And I like that she represented the women in commercial real estate. But if you have any questions, just let me know. And thank you all so much for showing up. There's something I always say about commercial real estate, and especially covering commercial real estate. The people that succeed are the ones that invest in the time to do the things that they need to do for themselves. So the investment is not thinking about the conference itself. The investment is investing in yourself to share the information that you know of, because you are the expert panelist. And for all those speakers out there, and for all those listeners out there, you give something that they didn't have when they walked in that conference room. And that's knowledge. You gave them that at that time. So remember, always keep it real, always here in the studio. Make sure you keep it real out there, everybody. It's always real talk, real business with real people. And thank you again for everything. And I will catch you next week. Bye-bye. Yay!